College, notably one of the most diverse community colleges in all of Maryland, containing students from over 170 different countries. Would it be foolish to assume that since there is such a vast diversity within the student body, that there would be an equal amount of harmony among them all?
Uplifting, and has the added benefit of being 100% true.
We empower our students to change their lives, and we enrich the life
of our community. We are accountable
for our results.
I decided to test the Takoma Park campus with a little social experiment to find the limit to the student body's level of acceptance. And my test was to come to school as society's most hated, a transvestite. Finding the truth was to experience firsthand how a transvestite would be treated in this institution. As we all know, overtly feminine men and transsexuals are the most discriminated against in the LGBT community.
Let's say no faggots in Jack City. No faggots in Jack City.
How I decided to conduct this experiment was simple. I would be robed in basic women's garments, muted colors not to stand out too much, accessories, and complete simple makeup, coming to campus for all eyes to see.
Yeah, I know.
I know he looks better than I do. I'll just be like, oh wow. Yeah, what is it? What class is this?
I mean, not really 4 classes.
Okay, I'm gonna put Brendan standing for Gary. Sir, hold on. I'm putting you on speaker. Hold on. I need to find something. Yeah, but you
Nah.
okay.
I-A-L.
Is this Ariel?
Yes.
Ain't no face. Ain't no face. Yeah.
It was the guy Andre, Jordanos, and Lewis, right? Anybody else? No one else gave money. Good. Okay. So I need money today. Hopefully you brought that. Lewis, I'm making a note right now. Thank you. So man, quizzes. I got them to give back to you right now. Members have 25 points. We're gonna have lots of quizzes from here on out, so be ready for those. If I can't read it, that doesn't help your grade. Adam?
Is this a whole test to see how women or people can be easily discriminated?
What's your address again?
Did something happen overnight? But I knew initially that it wasn't what it was because you used to dress one way to class and then all of a sudden for a while you changed. So I figured that there was something more to it.
I saw you and I turned quick and I was like, I don't know if I'm processing everything right. I was just like, is he really? Is he really? I was actually sitting next to my friend and she was like, oh man, like we were shocked. It was a shock.
Our class is a pretty good class. No one was making any side comments or anything about you. I mean, everybody just had to look like what's going on. But, I didn't really hear the negativity.
Everyone gasped. Everyone gasped and we're like, what is he wearing? Like literally everyone did look at you like. And if you remember, the professor was just like, I can't deal with this today. When he saw you, remember, he just went like this. And I was just like,
So if you were to see somebody dressed in my attire, transvestite, transsexual, whatever, how would the treatment be?
I treat them like a human. Every person I feel, whether they're nice or mean or smart or dumb or whatever. I think everyone still has the right to be at least be treated with a certain amount of respect.
How do you think the school would treat someone like this?
They would not be treated well. Because just with that one day I was with you, already you could tell that they were not liking it at all. And I'm pretty sure you've heard some stuff and got insulted in a lot of things. A lot of people are not used to this change right now. In this area actually, but in other areas, like in other states, that's kind of normal in other states that I've seen in schools. But here it's like they're just not used to change and they're trying to get used to it, but not so much.
Happy Wheels. Happy Wheels? Yeah. You gotta get to the next level without hurting yourself too much. I just saw balloons flying everywhere. Yeah, that's the point. Where I go on my mind. Oh, the baby. Fuck the baby. He's dead.
There's a dude in a dress.
Damn, this guy's a faggot. He's embarrassing himself.
Some of the guys are like, I'm a bit confused because, one, he looks hot, but two, he's a guy.
From the females, let me say for females first. There's like, his heels don't go with whatever the fuck he's wearing. His earrings, they're all fucked up.
You're about to get something to eat from Munchies, and they said, what the fuck, and laughed because you were in line.
You look so stupid. What the fuck are you wearing?
One person said, which really kind of upset me, they were like, my son never did that, I'd kick him out the house and shit. And then I was like, really, dude?
What's this faggot joint at MC? That's what I remember.
How many times did you hear that?
10, 15 times. Wow, this guy, he's gay. Wow, he should go jump off a cliff and stuff like that.
Like, people come up to me like after I went up and talked to you, they were like, why are you talking to him? He's a fag, he's a fag. Why are you talking to him? I was like, no, he's my friend. I don't care how someone dresses, it's to each his own.
It was all offensive to me. Like, I'm not even gay, but that still offended me.
Around noon on Thursday, November 8th, the very next day after question 6 passed by 58%, I slipped my feet into the heels of the hated and I walked through the campus doors. By the elevator, I was greeted by a group of young ghetto black students who began heckling me, with their ringleader sizing me up with deep disgust, who bluntly told me, "Go ahead with that faggot ass shit, boy." His crew's laughter immediately roared, and he insisted on repeating himself, louder, and even told me and demanded that I leave the campus. Ignoring that, I pressed forward. I was welcomed with confused stares, bursts of laughter, and hateful homophobic remarks. These reactions were sadly what I expected. The horrible things that were said about me during my short time quietly strolling through the halls were deeply saddening. These ill-informed students wanted me exiled from the college, to isolate myself indefinitely with no human contact, and then to even go as far as to take my own life, all because of my perceived sexuality. The treatment that I got from the students made me think that I was a black man back in the Jim Crow era, which made me realize just how uncivilized we as human beings truly are. Needless to say, I was very disappointed with the student body. Although the few times I did speak to faculty, I was always shown with respect. So for that, I am grateful.
Okay, so people were just staring at me, like looking at me like, are you really talking to him? Are you really friends with him? And in fact, the janitor, when I would walk past him, he mumbled something about you and walked away.
Did you know what it was?
I didn't hear what he said. I think something about like, that's not right or something. And so then I just kept walking and I looked at him like, are you serious? And people just did stare at me while I was walking out of the building, like judging me because I was talking to you, but I was just like, whatever.
I mean, if that's something he wants to do, who am I to say otherwise? It's a free country, he's not harming anyone, so I can't really... It's just not me to say, like, it's wrong or right for someone to do something, because, I'm not them, and I have no right to intervene in that sort of fashion. So it's like, hey, if he's not harming anyone, have at it, Haas.
Man, if I saw that, me personally, I would have seen it. Then I would looked again. Then I would have had to like.
And I'm
true. I got nothing against gay people. I'm not homophobic at all.
You should have no reason to say you should go take your own life just because you are who you are.
My take is you can dress whatever way you want, God made whoever you are. You can't be like, oh no, just try to fit in. You can't just try to change the way you are. Embrace the way you are and love the way you are. And it's just not right for people to just try to judge you because they want to be it. I believe the people who judge need to look at themselves in the mirror before they judge anyone else. Because the people in the mirror are the ugliest people they look at.
To me, I see like guys not homophobic or gay and on the low, but they don't want to admit it to themselves. There's one friend I knew. He was maybe homophobic, but he does a lot of gay stuff.
Really?
You know what I'm talking about. Regina, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
I don't really judge based on anyone, and especially in that. So I really don't mind it because I mean, you're supposed to express yourself, and if you're happy, then stay happy with the way you're dressed. But I'm definitely different from my family in that aspect because they're very conservative in a lot of stuff. Sometimes I get in trouble for that, but it's because I have a heart and I care, so I care about everyone else. And if they're happy with the way they dress, then I'm happy that they're happy.
Montgomery College seeks to create an inclusive educational environment where everyone is supported and welcomed.
Without regard to sexual orientation, gender expression, or any other difference.
What I want everyone who is hearing my voice and watching this video to understand is that regardless of one's sexual orientation, a human is still a human. Regardless of your personal feelings, hate is hate. If you hate someone for being gay, it is exactly the same as hating someone for being black. Suppressing one group of people is a story we have seen far too often in mankind's history. Ranging from racial and religious to even social. How many more people have to suffer just because they are different from you? If we ever want to fully reach mankind's potential, we desperately need to learn to love and to be humble.
Okay, so I was sitting with this guy that I liked at the time, and we're sitting talking. Yeah, so he sees Brendan, and he's in drag and stuff, and he's like, he makes his face like, oh my god, what the hell? And I'm looking at him, I'm like, what are you looking at? And he's like, there's a guy over there in drag. I'm just like, okay, he's here all the time. That's not that big of a deal. And he's going on about like, oh my god, is he gay? Like, why is he here? Like, why is he dressed like that? I'm like, dude, it's not that serious. And then him and this girl that I'm hanging out with, also they start talking about it. So I just stopped and I'm like, you know he's my ex, right? And he's just like, oh my god, what? What? Are you serious? Then he wants to ask me about like intimacy and shit. Just like, he just made such a big deal about it. And the whole time I'm looking at this guy, I'm like, it's safe to say that I'm not going to be taking this guy's number or anything because he's a fucking dumbass.
So like people who are bigoted or people who have like really strong conservative opinions, never gonna happen.
If I have a son who's gay, he's going to try to put my kid on the street. That's not fucking happening.
Yeah.
So